What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are comparing three of the most popular pool skimmers available on the market. So on the left here we have the Aiper Surfer S1, then in the middle here we have the Beatbot iSkim Ultra, and then on the right here we have the Betta SE Plus. Now for pricing, the Betta SE Plus is very similarly priced to the Aiper Surfer S1, where the Beatbot iSkim Ultra is the most expensive out of the three. So does this one have more features? Is it worth getting this one over the other two? Well, we are definitely going to find out in today's video. Alright, so we're going to start by looking at the build quality for all three devices. We are starting with the Aiper Surfer S1 here and the Beatbot iSkim Ultra. So these two devices do have a better build quality than the Betta SE Plus here. This one just feels cheap in every way. The plastics used on it are fairly cheap, where the other two, the Beatbot and the Aiper devices, are built much better. So just when you touch them, when you look at them, this one here, the Betta SE Plus, does feel quite cheap in comparison to the other two. Now, at the top of all three devices, we also have solar panels. So we have a solar panel on this one, we have a much larger solar panel on the Beatbot here, and a somewhat larger solar panel than the Betta SE Plus on the Aiper. However, the Beatbot iSkim Ultra does have the largest solar panel. So this is a 24-watt solar panel, where the other ones have 12-watt solar panels. So of course this one is going to charge faster here. Now, talking about charging, so all three devices do come with chargers in the box. So the charging port on the Aiper here is on the back. We basically have a rubber flap that you have to take off so you can actually charge that. Not the most convenient, and you always have to remember to put that rubber flap back on. Where on the Beatbot here we actually have a magnetic charging port. So you just touch that charger to the back of the Beatbot. So it is much easier to charge the Beatbot compared to the Aiper. Where on the Betta SE Plus here, well, that's even more complicated. You basically have to open this, then we have a rubber flap here, and that's how you charge this. So the most convenient to charge is basically the Beatbot iSkim Ultra. That magnetic charging port is much better than what the other two have. Now here, because we have over 320 days of sunshine a year, you're basically never gonna have to charge any of these devices with the chargers that come in the box. So they're basically gonna charge as they go in the pool throughout the day. So no problem there. Now, for battery capacity, we also have the largest capacity for the Beatbot iSkim Ultra. So this one has a 10,000 milliamp hour capacity, where the Aiper here has a 4,000 milliamp hour capacity, where this one has a 4,400 milliamp hour capacity. Now, for operating time, so the Beatbot here can do 24 hours without sunshine. Now, that's not going to happen ever here, but it could go for about 24 hours without any sunshine and without charging. The Aiper here can only do about 12 hours without sunshine, and this one can go for about 24 hours as well. Now, the Beatbot also has a feature that the other ones don't. So this is called Solar Track Light Energy Tracking. So basically, if the robot is low on power, it's gonna find a spot in the pool that has sunshine basically, and it will go there so it can recharge if it's low on power. So of course the other two don't have that, so they cannot do that. When they run out of power, they're just gonna run out of power, where this one will basically find the sun and it will charge wherever it's sun, and then it will continue cleaning, of course. Another very important factor for a pool skimmer, of course, is the dustbin inside. So for dustbin capacity, the Beatbot has the largest one with about 9 liters of storage. This is also the easiest to remove from here. So we basically have a button here, you push this, and then this comes out. Also very easy to put back in. Next, for ease of use, let's say, is the Aiper here. So we have a button on the back, then this slides back, and this comes out. A bit more complicated, but still easier than that one, I'm gonna say. And this one has a capacity of about 5 liters. We'll close this. And with this one, you basically have a latch here. You open this, then you open this, and then you take the dust been out. So this one has a capacity of 5 liters as well. So for capacity, basically how much stuff, how many leaves, how many bugs and stuff these can hold, the Beatbot here will be able to hold the most out of the three. Now the Beatbot also gets a feature that the other ones don't get. So the dustbin here actually has a hatch that will close and open, so it doesn't let the leaves, the bugs or whatever you have inside here come out. The other two don't have this, so every so often, depending how they are moving, you may see some stuff coming out of them. That's not the case with the Beatbot. So the Beatbot is the only one that has this hatch here that will close and open depending what the robot is actually doing in the pool. Another important factor in catching debris from the pool are these two brushes, side brushes that we have on the Beatbot. With the other two devices, we basically have a rolling brush that kind of spins and pulls everything in. Well, the Beatbot has that as well, but then we have two other brushes on the side. So these brushes kind of push everything towards that main brush that sucks everything in. So the Beatbot has a more advanced cleaning system, I'm gonna say, when compared to these two. So the Aiper and the Betta SE Plus only have one brush on the front here. So if something is on the side, they're not necessarily gonna catch it, where the Beatbot will kind of pull everything even from the sides inside. So I did notice that this one is able to clean much better whenever it goes over the surface of the water. Since we are talking about features that one robot has and the other ones don't, so if I turn the Beatbot around, on the back here, you're gonna notice this blue thing. This is the water clarification capsule, let's call it. So basically this will last for about a month. So you can do it once a week, I would say. You can start this from the app or from the buttons that we have at the top here. So this is the only robot that has a water clarification system. For the other ones, there is no such thing, so they cannot do that. So of course, this will bring more value to the table because you don't need another device or another solution for that. The robot can do all that by itself. Moving on to sensors, and here I guess you guessed it once again, the Beatbot has the most sensors out of the three devices. So we have 20 sensors, including 3 ultrasonic sensors. So we have 2 ultrasonic sensors on the surface of the water and 1 at the bottom, plus a 6-axis IMU, where the Betta SE Plus and of course the Aiper Surfer S1 only have 2 ultrasonic sensors on the front, basically, so surface sensors, plus the IMU. So of course the Beatbot here has a more advanced obstacle avoidance. So this will actually stop if it's about to hit something or anything is in the water, will stop and it will turn around. The other ones will kind of hit whatever is in front of them. And since we are talking about sensors, of course, we have to talk about the way these three devices actually clean your pool. So of course, the most advanced here, since it's the most expensive device, is the Beatbot. So this one has a S-shaped cleaning pattern. So the robot actually knows where it's going. The next best thing after that is the Piper. This one has an arch-shaped pattern, even though that's a hit and miss. And the Betta here kind of just goes randomly in the pool. So sometimes it's there, sometimes it's there. It's gonna miss certain parts. But the Beatbot here is basically the one that will not miss any part of the pool. The Aiper Surfer S1 and the Beatbot iSkim Ultra also have app support. So these two are actually connected to your home's Wi-Fi network, where the Betta SE Plus here is not connected to your home's Wi-Fi network. So you cannot control this from an app on your phone, basically. So from wherever you are in the world, you could control these two, but not this one. This one does come with a remote control, like a physical remote control that comes in the box with it, where with the other two you can actually control them manually from the app on your phone. The app on these two will also show you the water temperature, so both of them have that feature. However, only the Beatbot allows you to schedule cleaning cycles. So for example, you can have this to clean only at night. You can schedule that from the app, and it also keeps cleaning records where the Aiper doesn't keep cleaning records. So the app support is better for the Beatbot here, of course. Another feature I like from the app on the Beatbot is the auto smart parking. So whenever this is done a cleaning cycle, it will park itself on the side of the pool, or you can recall it to the side of the pool. So much easier to pick it up after. The other ones don't have that feature, so sometimes one is gonna stop in the middle of the pool. You basically have to go get it. This one here is the dumbest out of the three, so the Betta. So this one you never know where it's gonna be. Sometimes you actually have to go in the pool to get it unless you have that remote control with you. Moving on to yet another feature that the Beatbot has that the others don't have is the voice broadcast. So
please put the robot in the pool.
It does get quite loud. So this will basically tell you certain things. So if it's low on battery, if it's too hot or whatever, it will basically broadcast that so you can actually hear it. With the other two, you don't really know anything. You don't know when a cleaning is starting or anything like that. So this one basically tells you what is about to do at all times. So if I take it and I put it in here,
start cleaning.
as you've probably heard, starting to clean. So now it's gonna go on a cleaning cycle. Since we are on a roll with what the Beatbot does better than the other two, it also offers a 2 years warranty versus a 1-year warranty on the Betta SE Plus and the Aiper Surfer S1. So a longer warranty on the Beatbot. Of course, we also have more motors on the Beatbot iSkim Ultra compared to the other ones. So the other ones have 3 motors, basically 2 on the back, 1 on the front there, where this one has 7. So twice more motors on the Beatbot when compared to the other 2 devices. And of course, I briefly talked about the dustbin earlier. So I also love the fact that the dustbin on this one completely opens. The dustbins on the other ones don't open like this. So this one you can easily spray out all the bugs and all that stuff from inside. Now, personally, I do like cleaning this every time the robot is done a cleaning cycle. I just don't want all these bugs and stuff to stay inside this. But since this is so much larger than the dustbins that we have inside there, it can definitely take way more stuff. So if you have a swimming pool that's surrounded by trees, for example, you have leaves, a lot of leaves, this will be able to take way more inside when compared to those two. And it's also much easier to clean. So that's the first thing I've noticed, how much easier the basket on this one is to clean when compared to the baskets on the other ones. And yet another thing that the Beatbot iSkim Ultra does better than the other ones is the fact that it can actually clean the edges and the corners of the pool. The other two just do the surface, they don't necessarily go in the corners or the edges. So, of course, the cleaning is way more advanced with the Beatbot iSkim Ultra. So yes, this is the most expensive out of the 3 devices, but it offers so many more features when compared to the other ones. This one here feels so cheap, I would never consider buying this, even though this one has an insane number of reviews on Amazon. I'm not sure why, because it's literally the worst out of the 3. The second best is the Aiper here, but the Beatbot is considerably better than the other 2. So hopefully this video made it easier for you to choose your next pool skimmer. There is really no comparison in between these 3 devices. The Beatbot here is superior in every way. As always, there will be some links in the video's description so you can check out the Beatbot iSkim Ultra. Alright guys, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.